Vanessa Buckner, hey. Annetta Jones, good morning. Y'all, Elion, good morning, honey. PNG Media News, hey. Good morning. Yes, will y'all please hit the thumbs up button? That way we can get this live recommended in the YouTube suggestions. Garden of Eve, good morning. Are you in Raleigh, Garden of Eve? Okay. You're about 2.5 hours from me. Shirley Williams, hey. So y'all see the title. Okay. I saw this yesterday, last night. It was too late for me to do a live when I saw it. So I saw on CNN where it says Walgreens and CVS. And let me just go ahead and say this. I'm probably going to be smacking. I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to make sure that I eat because I've been being so busy where I've been forgetting to eat. So y'all, from here on out, I got to do what I got to do. You may see me on here eating constantly. If that's the way I can keep food in me, then I'm gonna have to do that. So excuse me if I'm smacking or whatever. If you don't like the smacking or you don't want to see me eating or whatever the case may be while we talking, that's how I gotta do it. I'm sorry. You probably just have to get out the live, okay? So just wanted to say that because I have somebody in my comments talking about you shouldn't be eating on live, whatever the case may be. So I saw where CVS and Walgreens gonna be closing their stores on the weekends due to worker shortages. It say due to shortages, and it was on CNN News. Due to COVID-19 surges and worker shortages. All right, got that. So then, hold on, let me pull it up. Trying to pull up all my. All right. Rising girl. And hey, Simone P. So now I see this morning on USA Today. They talking about the working the working shortage problem should ease in 2022. And now this was done 3 hours ago, okay? But then say people have permanently stopped working, depressing labor force participation. So my thing is, you're sending people, you're telling, the thing is now you can go back to work within 5 days, okay? You're saying that the worker shortages should get better this year due to I guess COVID getting better or whatever the case may be, what they're trying to say. But now they're putting it on people permanently stopping their jobs or whatever. My thing is, it's a whole big mess. CVS and Walgreens is not the only two stores that is closing, either closing early or just closing in general. But y'all gotta look at those are two, because you got Rite Aid, but Rite Aid been closed some of their stores over the years. Those are two of the major stores where people go and get medicines and stuff when they're sick. You mean to tell me the pharmacy and all this is closing on the weekends, and they say temporarily, but how long is temporarily really? So my thing is, what are you to do? The grocery stores, if y'all go in y'all grocery stores where you're seeing lack of stuff on the shelves, go over to the medicine department. It ain't that much over there. Like, it is white clean. So if you take away stores that's specifically for certain things, and a lot of people use these stores, especially to get their medicines and stuff, and they're saying they ain't got no workers there. And then also, all these recalls, I have been saying it, with these people, not them, with them not having a lot of people to work, you know, that's where I feel like a lot of people have their own thing of what's going on with the food and stuff. But I honestly feel like worker shortages is causing a lot of the issue, because they don't have that many people to be in different departments, checking different things, making sure different things is right before, stuff get packaged and shipped out. So long story short, with the articles that I'm seeing, I'm still getting people, not many though, but I'm still getting people in my comments talking about things is getting better. I know a lot of you guys say that you go Walmart in my area closes at 8 p.m. Wow, me on Elion, it closes at 11 here. But it's been like that since the pandemic. So if they closing at 8, and then you gotta look at this. With the stores closing at 8, people gonna try to run there. Well, closing early or not being open on the weekends, people gonna run there during the weeks and try to get exactly what they need. That's gonna make more people to try to shop and get what they need, because they know the stores are not gonna be open at a certain time. But the shipments ain't coming in, or the manufacturers ain't producing enough stuff. So you're gonna be out of stuff even quicker. You know what I'm saying? Because like before stuff closed, people probably like, I can go pick that up on Saturday. But now it's like, well, they ain't gonna be open on Saturday. They the only one that have it. So everybody go and try to get it during the week. You may not have funds during the week to get it. But now all of it is gone. And they may not get a truck until, such just like when I was in Tractor Supply yesterday. And I told y'all about the chicken feed. Told y'all about that. When I asked the lady about the jars that like you have the base and then the jar where the feed go into. When I asked the lady about that, she said that they get a freight on Sundays, but they don't put stuff out until Monday. But they wasn't sure what was going to be on there, So, it just started this week. Good day, everyone. Okay, shortages are in our kids' school. Same here. Blind guy, his wife, their life. The schools here had to do online school yesterday because they didn't have enough teachers. A lot of teachers were out sick for the last 2 weeks. And did y'all notice after the holidays, everybody got sick because people went out? And I'm not talking against what people believe and do, but I wear my mask, I sanitize. Okay. I figured, I had said during the holidays, people gonna be going, hanging out like it's the normal. New Year's, hanging out, all this, and it seemed like right after New Year's, after Christmas, really, but after New Year's, everybody got sick, and everybody supposed to have the same thing. And people are saying, "Well, that can't be right." Yes, it can be right. I believe in COVID. I don't play with that. It is right because everybody was mingling and all this stuff. And I said it before, do what you want to do. But you putting yourself out there. Don't, a lot of people are saying, like I'm saying, a lot of things people are saying, this ain't right. People all of a sudden coming up sick. Well, what was they doing? I see some people saying, you know, they hadn't been sick for the past 2 years. And all of a sudden they get sick before New Year's. Well, what did you do for Christmas? Who house was you over? Did you know this was still going on? You ain't had no mask on, and none of that. And even if you did, you still ain't supposed to be, mingling and stuff like that with people. But now they want to change it to, oh, everybody ain't getting sick like this all of a sudden. Well, if you was club hopping and bar hopping and all this for New Year's Day, like you ain't used to anything, like you can't be at home and have your couple drinks and eat some food or whatever and go to bed with the people that's in your house, then don't change it. Look what you was doing around Christmas. and New Year's, and then they'll tell you why you sick. That may shine some light on why you sick. I mean, Vanessa supposed to say absolutely. I know it was going to increase after all the gatherings. Exactly. Exactly. Simone said exactly. Definitely after New Year's Eve. Exactly. It's like, I understand a new year, people excited about it, but it's another day. Another day, and you're gonna really risk yourself, your household, your family to go out. But like I say, the amount of things I see it on TikTok. I don't be on Instagram and Facebook that much. But I have seen it on those where people talking about some everybody is sick now. That don't make sense. That ain't right. I mean, what do you mean? All the gatherings and stuff that just happened, like, and people went to that stuff, you know. So up here in Central New York, we have mandates everywhere. You have to wear a mask. Won't test you unless you have symptoms. Wow, MW Creations. Don Ross, hey and welcome. Hey and welcome. Yeah, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. So all I'm saying is, if you choose to wear a mask, wear a mask. Please wear a mask. I'm all for the mask. I'm all for the mask and the sanitizer. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't wanna. Y'all already know I redid my house to be able to grow inside and stuff like that because I ain't trying to have nobody over. Okay, I don't care who it is. I ain't trying to have nobody over. Because I don't want it. If something like that, if I were to get it or something, it won't be because I was doing something I wasn't supposed to. You know, I'm out there hanging around and all this stuff. So my thing is, you choose which way you want to go. You know, at the same time, I feel like we all should be blind got his wife their life. The weather shifted at New Year's, and that's when people usually get sick. Traveling and mingling all and only get sick. Well, I'm gonna say, blind got his wife their life. That may be true, but see, this the problem, and it's just my opinion. Yes, the weather changing. The weather has been changing though, crazy for the past couple months. You know, I for one that suffer from allergies and all this stuff year round, and normally would get sick with the common cold and all this stuff. The weather has been changing for a while. Now, you say y'all been traveling and mingling and all this stuff and only get sick when the weather changes. Some people is asymptomatic, but they still can spread it. Some people would never have a symptom. Therefore, they never get tested. Therefore, they never know they got it. Therefore, they can still spread it. And then other people that bodies is not like that uh have a different outcome or a different situation. So that's why I say I don't mingle. I don't mingle. And I'm not knocking nobody that do. I ain't trying to travel. I ain't trying to mingle. None of that stuff. Because at the end of the day, I have to look at, if I get it, I may be asymptomatic and I may think I'm good. I may not have any symptoms. But then I go out there and I get an elderly person or a little or a child or something sick because all the time I could have it and never know. So that's why I say, with me and mine, like I said, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying, with me, when things is put out there and situation is going on, if we put ourselves in that situation, if we take that chance because we want that normalcy when the world is constantly changing, constantly changing, and things is constantly have, it's not like it was a couple years back. When that happens, Sometimes we have to change with it. And ever since this pandemic started, I take it very seriously. I ain't finna mingle. I ain't finna travel. And that's just me. Because like I said, and I think that's why a lot of people get it mixed up. Just because you don't get sick, that don't mean you ain't got it if you've been out there mingling and all this stuff. I don't even want to take that chance. You know what I'm saying? So I still think it's more than the weather change, because the weather has been changing crazy for the past couple months, especially here. So I think a lot of it was because I saw with my own two eyes how many people was out at the what the thing is when the ball dropped and all this stuff. A lot of people just ain't wearing masks. None of that screaming and hollering and all this fluid and stuff coming out your mouth and all this and up in the air and all this. Yeah, I got to be careful. Oh wow, yes, Latika Osby, yes, honey, yes. You got to be careful, and that's what I mean. It's people that actually is getting COVID, and they get their household checked, and it's people in their household that never even get it. Well, that never even. So yeah, it's just gardening with Eves and me too. I take this seriously. I'm not going anywhere. I can FaceTime if you need to see me. Exactly. Exactly. I feel you, Garden of Eve. I feel you. And that's the thing. I feel like I don't know what it is. You got people want this normalcy. Um and I don't get it. And then I have people that gets into the Bible part of it. And I'm just like, well, do you hear what you're saying? And I'm gonna touch on this for a minute because of that comment. I'm gonna touch on this for a minute. The Bible tells you, for anybody that's familiar with the Bible, tells you that in the last days things are gonna happen. There's gonna be things that man try to get cured for that may not never be a cure for. There's gonna be this is the thing. Can't nobody tangle with God. I'm not saying God caused COVID. Now I'm not saying that because somebody gonna take my words. I'm just saying in the last thing, and sometimes people wants to go over and not do or not believe, and it's just like, okay, well, everybody pretty much can agree that we living in the last days, things happen, so why not try to adjust to it as much as possible? That's what I'm trying to say. So you got people that say, they rights and they this, and I see it when they go in the stores. And now they're telling you that if you have if you did that you still need to be wearing something, and then now you can go back to work within 5 days of it. And all that. It's just, at the end of the day, I feel like it's something that still needs to be taken with precaution, and it's not going to kill nobody to not be around nobody. We got all this technology, you know, Zoom and FaceTime for the people that got iPhones. I'm not an iPhone person, Android. So we got Duo, we got WhatsApp. You can video chat people there. You got what is it? YouTube. If you got a channel, you can go live on there. You got Facebook, all this stuff. Like, I don't need to be touching nobody, that I don't know where they was the night before or the day before, or all this stuff. And then it's a whole big situation. Some things I'm just saying can be avoided, but everybody have their own thoughts, their own opinion, and that's fine. We all different. But with everything going on, this is no time that want to have it your way. You have to kind of do it the way that that you're going to benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let's see. Vanessa Buckman saying, Nana Jones, I'm a firm believer of N95 only. That's all I wear. since it started, and where on top of it, and well, just breathing is difficult. Hey, but you're doing what you gotta do, Vanessa Bugger. There's some people out there with nothing on. Prepping. See, cutie say, I feel like the same people blaming others people for the continuation of this still isn't taking it as serious as they should, but they hold everyone else. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Prep and see cutie. Mm-hmm. Thank you, PNG Media News, for putting Summer's channel in the chat. Is it true the N95 are made in China? I have no idea, MW Creations. I have no idea. Got You Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Yeah. And that's what we're talking about, MW Creation being more, because my thing is, why should we depend on other people, other human beings, other people living, breathing, and walking on earth just like us? Why should we put our trust in them when it comes to feeding ourselves and our families? Why? We have all this information on Google and stuff, all these different things that we can research, all this technology that we can do that other people in other countries don't even have. They don't even have access to, you know. And yet we will still depend and hold our hands. I'm talking to the people that's able-bodied, okay? We'll still hold our hands and just wait and see what's going to happen. You're putting yourself in man's hands when simple things, if you can grow your own food, able body, if you can grow your own food, grow your own food. If you can have a way to, raise a couple animals or whatever, do it. Why wouldn't we do it? Why must we sit and just see everything that's going on and just hold our hands? Like, don't you, especially if you have a family, if you have elderly that you take care of, if you have kids, or whatever the case may be. Believe it or not, those are your responsibilities, because I don't think it's a lot of people that's cold-hearted, but it's a lot of good people. And I'm talking to the good people. I don't think you'll be able to sit there and just see other people starve or whatever, especially in your family, and you don't feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my thing is, what I really, really, really hope everybody is doing, especially when it's coming to the spring. It'll be here before you know it. But the weather is crazy, so we still may be getting winter weather in March and April. You just don't know. But for everybody to be growing their own food, you don't understand. I feel like people don't understand how important that is. Without food, your mental, your strength, your physical strength, your mental health, everything goes downhill. So that is very important. You know what I'm saying? That is like extremely, extremely important. Um, Hold up, y'all. Huh. I'm gonna read this comment to y'all that I just got. And is she in here? Let's see. So I'm gonna read it on the live because she did an open comment so anybody can see it anyway. So I'm sure so. I just got a comment, and she is so true. She said, Tamika, the I'm gonna read the comment. She said, Tamika, the government was able to stock the shelves for the holidays, but now the truth is here. There are shortages worldwide. I'm planning my spring and summer garden to grow food to eat and put up for the future. I'm going to can and freeze. All right. I do know and understand, they wanted everybody to be able to, have a decent meal and stuff like that and for the holidays. So a lot of things was done and put and pushed in and all that. So that's what she's saying. But now that all the holidays is over with, you're really seeing, because a lot of that stuff, from my understanding, is overflow stuff that was bought in for the holidays and stuff. Like your normal, you know, flour and stuff like that. Things that was with the overflow. It's probably what you're seeing, because how in the world, it's either two things happen. People is panic shopping, or people, or the stores is just not getting. Because how in the world you go from one day, and I've been reading y'all comments, one day you go to the store, it's fully stocked, to the next 2 or 3 days, ain't nothing there. And that's what y'all been telling me. Like, it's scarce and they don't know when they're going to get anything else in. If you go back for the past couple months during the holidays, things was pretty much stopped. Now the holidays is over with. They ain't pushing so much. Now you got this new thing with, people is, and I have heard a lot of people is saying they don't want to go back to work with this new thing where if you sick, you can come back in 5 days. A lot of people is like that news article from USA Today. A lot of people is literally not going back to work for that reason. They are like permanently, so my thing is, even the ones that choose not to go back to work for that reason, for whatever reason it is, you still got to have a way to survive. You still got to have a way to pay your bills. You still got to have a way to put food on the table. I'm just like, okay, what are you actually doing? What are your plans? Oh, hold up. Let's see. G Mama Rose. Hey, honey. Oh, wow. That's smart, MW Creations. I see you said you are not babies. Take care of yourself and your. Exactly. I see you. Exactly. Freedom M say the NWO has been around for 1,000 of years. Nothing is coming to an end, but the signs are all around us. You go to the stores and buy. Oh, wow. I see you. Jersey Girl Marine said finally caught alive. Hey, Jersey Girl Marine. Hey, honey. I'm glad you finally caught alive. Thank you, PNG Media News, for putting the Amazon wish list in the link. Thank you. Hey, Rescue Ready Roadside LLC. Hey, Frida M. Hey, Honey Bun. And Nella Jones and Vanessa Boone. I am now wearing the KN95. The KN95. And top it all also after having it, but I am thankful. It was like a 24-hour thing for me. Everyone is not so fortunate. No. Jersey Girl Marine says, from what I've heard, the truck drivers are refusing a federal requirement of yeah, Jersey Girl Marine, I've heard that. But they may have changed when, and that's what I'm saying. It's you gotta think about people not working in the short in the factories and all that stuff, like, and then wondering why there's so many recalls on stuff. They ain't got enough people to be in the department that check certain things. And it's just like, so again, you're still putting, look at the recall that was on all those herbs. The same herbs that we have seeds for that we can grow in our house, outside, whatever the case may be. But it was a recall on all of, was it metal or something? They said was in it or something like that. Yeah. So if power goes out, you don't work, you still people you don't work, you still people were getting evicted, and it's an ice storm going on. Yeah, Tina T. Yeah. It's important for people to take care of their household, and it is, as I said, I think you're very smart person. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Miss hold up. Divinity? I'm trying to get your name, and I done said it right before. But sometimes when I look at it, I look at different things. I'm like, okay, I know how to pronounce that right before, but now, thank you so much, honey, because it's somebody else with a. I think hers is Miss Diversity. It's somebody else. Y'all names look just alike. But thank you so much, honey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Carolina Roots, for telling them to hit the like button. Dropping my popcorn, y'all. This is my breakfast this morning. White cheddar popcorn and water. Let's see. Trying to catch up. Show how we're growing. Using what we are growing, storing it, etc., will help others. Yeah, you're right. Blind guy. I already got the snowstorm. No, Tina T. That wasn't even supposed to be on. No. We're going to talk about it when I get off this live. Y'all kids, I be trying you. Nikki's University, everyone, be sure to buy lots of dry beans, flour, sugar, seasonings, and water. If you can get water purifier, like a Burke could do it. Oh, I'm all for the payment plans, Nikki Universe. When it comes to stuff like that. Judge Government said, "Mom, boys, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They be trying." Yeah. How do you ever get your solar? Did you ever get your solar lights up? Nope. They still outside. I ain't low. They outside on the deck, but I ain't hung them yet. Rice is hard to find, Tina. Wow. Prepping Security said Texas winter storm. We had to learn daily routine. Yes, honey. Wow, rice is hard to find. See, and I think a lot of people are slowly waking up. Okay, and they see. So that's gonna add more to the shortages because a lot of people are gonna be trying to buy. And this is my thing. I'm getting comments where people is like, I'm well stocked up. My cabinets and everything is stocked up. My thing is, that's good. That's great. I'm happy. But just say if the shortages continue the way they do, and you're stocked up, and then you go to where you have to start using that food because it ain't nothing in the store. How you gonna make this food last? How you gonna extend it? You're eating off in something that you can't replenish right now. That's what growing your own food come in at. Because if you stocked up with canned goods, you should be picking fresh goods, fresh food out of your garden, your beans and stuff. You need to be growing to stock up. Y'all see how this winter is. Winter for gardening in my area is just not good. Not that good. Now I do have stuff out there growing. I have a wooden garden growing, but I'm talking about the back and forth. 1 minute is 80 degrees, the next minute is 40. It's crazy. It's stressing a lot of the crops. Even though the crops are cold hard, it's confusing them. It's stressing them. My thing is during the summer months, springs and summer, when you can do your beans, your squash, and all that stuff should be grown and preserved. So when the winter months come, when it's cold and all this stuff, and a lot of things start spreading, like different types of colds and stuff, you ain't got to deal with that. So my thing is, you can be stocked up, but if you ain't got no kind of way where you're bringing in extra food without depending on stores and other people that have things available, you're gonna go through your food and it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down quickly, okay? Because you gotta eat, especially depending on how many people in the house. So please keep that in mind. I'm trying to keep my canned goods as long as I can, so I won't have to keep spending money on canned goods and stuff, and make sure that I'm growing what I can preserve, and then eat off in that stuff, and always have your canned goods if it gets to the point where you cannot. Y'all, you get what I'm saying? So yeah. They took all the good food and giving you the garbage too. Somebody else said that. Somebody else said that. Eat small portions. We will never be stocked up enough. Keep prepping and praying. Grow food. Let's go. Yes, Nikki Universe. Yes. Yes. Growing food is a must. Let's see my store gets my cat food as well. Got you. I'm taking all the good non-GMO food for the light and feeding the people garbage. You wouldn't know me. I need to organize what I have. Right. Yes, Jersey Girl Marine. We all do, honey. We all do. Just to go through all my preps and reorganize. I feel you, MW Creations. Oh wow. Tina T. It's crazy. You own it, Prep and See, cutie. So y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. I wanted to just come on here and tell y'all what I saw with those two articles, and just keep, motivating you to go through your preps, stock up when you can, make sure you're getting your seeds and stuff ready for spring and summer, because it'll be here, and we don't know how many seeds will be available. We don't know how much soil will be available. We don't know how much, because believe me, if y'all notice, when we get to using stuff, buckets went up, soil going up, seeds was going up and then became a shortage of seeds, you better get it while you can get it, while it's available, because ain't no telling how long it's gonna be available. Then something else. I told y'all I started noticing buying a lot of the seedlings from the big box stores. The seedlings was having issues. Like someone right. They just started being different. At first I thought it was me. I'm like, no, it can't be me. It can't. So when I say that, if you get your seeds, try to start as many as your seedlings yourself as possible. It's gonna save you money. And I will say I know with some of the squash and zucchini plants that I got from the big box store, that with the seedlings, there ain't nothing wrong with seedlings. But I'm just saying I love seedlings. They're a quick start. But what I'm saying is they became an issue. And it was right around when we had that was it last year? We wasn't supposed to have no more frost, and then the frost came and it killed everything, and then everything, even at the stores, they didn't take it in and all that stuff. That was here in my area. When they bought the new plants, something was wrong with them. They wasn't right. They wasn't right. So keep that in mind. Get seeds when you can, have them seeds. And start saving seeds. Start saving seeds, okay? When you start growing stuff, take a couple of the seeds out of squash and zucchini and stuff when you preserve it, and dry them out and save them so you can have your own seeds, okay? Start saving seeds. Oh wow, prepping C Cutie. Thank you for putting the Amazon affiliate link in the chat. PNG Media News. Thank you so much. Midnight flower, fungus next, kill my greens, but I am stocking up on seeds. Got you. Grammy midwife, Judge Girl Marine. I'm in Southeast Alabama, and my lettuce outside is bolting due to the heat. My indoor lettuce is doing fine. Trying some spinach. We will see. Well, keep it going, honey. Keep it going. CB said drying out lemon and pepper seeds right now. Get it, CB. Get it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off y'all so I can get a couple things done this Saturday. But yeah, I want to just let y'all know, like I say, this channel is to show you how I do things and to motivate you. And to motivate you and inspire you to want to grow your own food and be more self-sufficient. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. And I hope my content is motivational. I hope it makes you want to get out there and do what you got to do, or start planning. Like I say, it's winter months. It's only so much you can do, but start planning and paying attention to what's going on, because it's always better to be safe than to be sorry. It's better to be prepared than not to be prepared. Let's see. Talking media. I'm looking for seeds. Can you please recommend? In my area, none of the big box stores have seeds, not even the Dollar Tree. So I would say go to like online. If you want to go to online, go to Baker Creek Seeds, or either go to Burpee Seeds, Ferry Morris, all those companies that you see in like Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff. You can order the seeds from online. Now they may be more expensive, depending on what you're looking for, but that is a good way to go ahead and get seeds. Yeah. Jill, so glad I caught a lot after I was sick. Inspires all, motivate and inspires all. Thank you so much, MW Creation. That's what it's all about. I think my channel is more motivational than anything, but it's because I know the power of motivation. Because I have to have motivation myself. And so a lot of times I motivate myself by talking to myself. Like, it may sound crazy, but sometimes I be like, no, I don't want to do this. Then myself come in, my other self come in and be like, yes, you do. You got to do this, because you got to have this. I literally motivate myself. So if I can motivate anybody else to do things that I know will be beneficial to them, that is the case. And then in the same time, like I say, for anybody that's new to the channel, I don't go off Google with a lot of things. I kind of just go off what works for me, and y'all see it works, especially in the garden. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. Anybody that's new, I grew over 290 pounds of food last year. So if it's God's will this year, I am going for at least 350 to 500 pounds of food this summer. That is my goal. That is my goal. That is my goal. And I was actually thinking about, should I add, y'all tell me in the comments real quick. Should I add the chicken eggs as a weigh-in, or should I just keep it as the garden? Last year, like I say, it was just the food out of the garden was 290 pounds. This year, I want to do anywhere from 350 pounds to 500 pounds, and that's in strictly container garden. Okay, so I'm wondering, do y'all want me to weigh in each time? Well, I won't be able to harvest chicken eggs until probably about May, June. So yeah, so I just may do it separately from so many months when they start laying to the end of the year, how many pounds of eggs was, gotten or something like that. But that is my goal. That is what I wrote out in my planner. 350 pounds of food to 500 pounds is my goal. And I'm pretty sure I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can do it. But y'all already know I preserved some of the food, but I have to start over. Cause remember, I lost all my food that was from the garden when the deep freezer was off, and we didn't know it was off. So I have to stock all that back up. And so those of you that may be new, I have I have 3 deep freezers, but one of them I have specifically for garden food. Stuff out the garden, been chopped up and froze. That's what that freezer was for, specifically for that. And any meats that we cook and go ahead and freeze. So it'll be easier to just go back and just pull cooked meat out. And I lost all that. So this spring and summer growing stuff, when I start back weighing stuff and all like that, then that freezer will start back getting stocked up. So yeah. So I'm excited about that going. Y'all already know, once I stock up, while I'm in the process of stock up, I take food to the food bank, fresh vegetables out of the garden and stuff like that. So that's just me. If I can help somebody, if somebody can get full or have a meal or a snack or something out of something out the garden, I feel like that. So that's just what I do. You don't have to do it. You know what? That's just what I do. And you know what? And some people be saying, oh, you shouldn't show what you do for people. I don't show half of the stuff I do for people. But my thing is, when I show that, a lot of things is not always about a show when you help people. My channel is motivational. Don't you know, when I showed me going to the food bank and giving out some of the vegetables, a lot of you guys start doing, and it wasn't that you didn't want to do it. You didn't think to do it. And that happens. We can't think of everything. It was a good idea, and a lot of you guys was like, hey, I went and donated something, and it makes you feel good, and you helping people that's less fortunate. And so, that's great. So that was the main reason, is to motivate. If you're able to grow food and you got a little bit of extra when your family is good, it's always good to share with people that's less fortunate. You know what I'm saying? So that was the key. So I will be taking more food to the food banks here, and I will tell you, in case anybody is planning to do that, we do, what was it? Salvation Army, right? Salvation Army Food Bank is where we took it. I am going to try to do it, if it's God's will, a little bit different. I will donate to the food bank, but for me to make sure that the people that really need it, I had said we was going to go like to the flea market. And on some days I would just set up and just give it to people that I know that really, really need it. Like have a little bag of squash and cucumbers and stuff set up like already, and just pass it out, and do it that way. You know, even with the eggs, I am going to sell some eggs. Oh, let me tell y'all, sad news this morning. One of the Easter eggers, which was out of the five that I went and got, not the ones, not the baby one, not the little bit, the month old ones. Y'all know when we went and got them, I had got five. One died the next morning. Well, this morning, one of the Easter eggers didn't make it, and they turned the month old on the 8th. So I don't know what happened to it, but like I say, anybody that's getting chickens or anything, just know it happens. It happens. I don't know what happened to him. I really don't know what happened to him. But like I said, he was a little over my. But let me tell you, the 11 that we got yesterday, the baby ones, they are some characters. Everybody made it overnight. Everybody is fine. Even little stinky butt that's bullying, that's over there by herself until they get a little stronger to bounce back to her. She is over there fine. So all of them is good. It was one of the older Easter eggers, and I don't know what happened to him, but that happens. So that's one thing is I'm teaching myself now, and I'm so glad I hadn't named it yet. I'm so glad I hadn't named it yet. Woo! I'm so glad I hadn't named it. But I will say this: don't get attached to your chickens. And that's for two reasons. You don't know you have to use it as a meat bird if things get bad. And then at the same time, things happen. Some just don't make it. The other three, now I'm down. So now I was at 16 chickens yesterday. I'm at 15. Okay. So I've only lost two, but well, y'all know what I'm saying. The other batch, but all of the live ones that I had, I've only lost two, and it's out of that batch. Even little bit that we gave the sugar water that was struggling yesterday, that was on her last leg. She out there walking around, eating and doing else. She's riding now. Riding. Yeah. Yeah. So she good to go as as of now. But yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Yeah. Not right. It's because I has to be cooked. So yeah. It's all right, Frida. It's all right. Sandra Weeks, thank you, Miss Ryan. You're so welcome, honey. What about neighbors? Do you share with them? Yes, I do. My neighbor on the side of me, she is so sweet. Yes, I shared fresh vegetables and peppers and stuff with her last year, and I can't wait for the chickens to start laying eggs because I'm gonna be giving her fresh eggs. I don't deal with a lot of people. Y'all already know I don't deal with a lot of people. So she's the only one that I deal with that's on my street, and it's nothing. It's just like everybody on my street stay to themselves. But when we first moved into to this house, she was the one. She was really, really cool. We look out for each other. I'll watch her area, her house, and make sure I don't see nobody creeping around when she gone, and she do the same for us. So, yeah, she's really, really nice. Nice. So I'll be giving her, and then like when we see people, like people that we know is homeless and we see often, it's this one guy, he never asks. I've never seen him ask anybody for anything. And whenever we would be driving, like if I do Uber Eats or something, and somebody had food, like if there was an order and they didn't come get their order, Uber tell you to keep the food or whatever, we always would give it to him. Like he had hot Chinese food. It was just such amazing to see him. That night, I knew that night that he had a full meal, a hot meal. And then let me see, didn't I put something together, a little bag? I would put like from the coupon stockpile, I would put stuff together and like give it to people. It's just a good feeling because you never know what situation you may have to be in or you may get in. You just never know. And then y'all already know, most of you know I have that empathy thing going on. I always have since I was a child. So I feel when people I feel they don't even have to say nothing to me. And it's so hard because going in stores and stuff, and if I just walk past you or if I look at you, you ain't got to say nothing. It's almost like I can feel that something ain't right. And I literally would get like emotional inside. It's crazy because it's a lot of stress. You wear everybody else stress. And I never understood what it was called. And I was talking to my uncle, and he was like, yeah, we've been knowing that ever since you was little. Ever since you was little, you've been like that. You wear everybody else stress, and people ain't even gotta tell you nothing wrong or anything. I can just feel it, and it's just like it's crazy. So I think that's why I'm the way I am. For as give, it just does something, when you're able to give. And a lot of time with the couponing, when y'all know our extreme coupon, I will fix bundles up, see people that really need it. And some people have gotten me. Some people have gotten me. They didn't need it. They acted like they needed it, but it's all right though, because I say, you know what? You gotta answer to God for that. If I help you and you didn't really need it, you out there scamming and doing all like this. And I admit some I found out later, some has got me, but it is what it is. But yeah, so I feel like this. Anytime you can help someone, I don't care who it is. I've been the type like this. I used to have a real bad temper. Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. And it was when people would bother me. But I've always been this type. I will fight with you. That's if you push me there, okay? If you put it takes a lot for you to get me there. I will fight with you. And if I see you an hour later, 15 minutes later on the street somewhere or something happened, I will help you. And then I go back to not dealing with you. Okay. I'll put everything to the side to help you. And I've had that issues where I've gotten into it with somebody for no reason. She didn't have no reason, just and then was in the grocery store and went a couple hours over. And this individual was trying to stretch a pack of hot dogs amongst 5 or 6 kids. And I walked right around and gave her like $60. And she couldn't believe it. Just like, you can't, I'm not thinking about you at this moment. I'm thinking about the 6 kids and you over here trying to figure out how you going to stretch a pack of hot dogs. That ain't going to go. I had it to give, I gave. And that's just how I am, That's just how I am. And a lot of people is like, well, you shouldn't be like that. People use you. Well, guess what? People that try to use you, God see that. Okay? People that try to use you, God see that. And that's not, I'm not finna try to, I did what I wanted to do to try to help. You get what I'm saying? So when I say this, yes, we should be stocking up food. And yes, part of us be like, oh, we ain't gonna help family when they get knocking. I guarantee you it's something in you that a family came knocking. Pookie and Peanut and them could got on your last nerve. Your last nerve, you could not have been that. You probably ain't spoke to Skillet in probably 20 years. But if it got down, I bet you most of you, if Skillet, Pookie, Peanut, Sarah, Emily, anybody came to that door and you saw them hungry and you saw them down, I guarantee you most of you will open your door and give them some food. Because it's easy for us to say what we won't do. But your heart may say something else. So when I say that, stock up as much as you can, because you never know who you may have to help. Okay, you never know who you may have to. You may say in the midst of being angry and frustrated with folks that don't do, but you never know. And the people that are prepping, please understand, you have a lot on your shoulder. You have a lot on you just with that, because deep down inside, you probably going to help more people. And you got to make sure that you growing your food, you stocking up enough food to help the people that may need. Because I'm going to put it to you like this, I'm going to let it go. Who am I to say I ain't going to help nobody when I ask God for help in different things and I'm not perfect every day? And I ain't God. But what if God was that type of person to say, well, I ain't helping you because this. So I won't never say I won't help nobody. Now I won't say I won't never say it, because I have said you ain't getting nothing from me. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. And I go right back and I do it. I do it because it's just, so us as being imperfect human beings, we have that mentality. Sometimes our mouth get to just yeah. But deep down, yeah, you're gonna do it. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you pick up that bag of beans. And then that bag of beans is probably $1 a bag. And you say, well, I'm gonna get this one bag, but you got enough funds to get a couple more. Just be like, well, let me just go and put this back. Cause see, Pookie and them may have to come in and they won't do nothing for themselves, but I may just have to give them a pot of a bowl of beans or something. So let me just, you may have to do this. So just go ahead and grab that extra bag of beans. Okay. Go ahead and grab that extra bag of beans while you probably saying to myself, I'm sick of them. Go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna get a couple more comments and then I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. And at times I need to distress because the energy of others gives me, trains me. That's a gift from God I use. Wow, yes, MW Creations. That chicken scratched me. Yeah, I think that chicken scratched me too. And too hard. So it expanding. If they don't drink enough water. Oh, okay, I see you. Oh, wow, I see you. Okay. April Randolph said mostly everything we own is made in China, Taiwan. This happened to keep us safe. Aren't really friendly, but that's fine. I'm like you. I don't deal with a lot of people. Yeah. Amen. Yeah, I know what you were saying, Freedom M. I know what you were saying. We feed everyone whether you want it or not. I know that's right, Jersey Girl Marine. I'm about to ship my kids to some prep. I'm about to ship my kids some proper food so I know they are fed of something. Exactly, Jersey Girl Marine. I always believe as long as you give, you will never want. And yeah, and it's just the right thing to do. It's just the right thing to do. And like I say, I'm nowhere near God at all. And I'm just thankful that in my imperfection, God God helps me, has always helped me and have brought me through a whole lot, So who am I to say I ain't gonna help you because you did this? I ain't nobody to say that. You better get over here and get this food and get out my face. Yes, get this food and get out my face. Because that's all you get. You get some food and some water, but I don't deal with you. Now go. It is what it is. That's just the. If you need to talk, I'll talk. I'll be here to listen, give you some good advice, and then after that, it's just what it is. That's it. Hey, I'm your daddy. I'm trying to skim through now, y'all, so I don't hold y'all up too long and get off in here. You guys remember that government cheese, peanut butter, and them what was it called? Them cereal, was it King vitamin cereal, and that cheese? Oh, that cheese was so good, y'all, with that ring around it. Woo, put that in some hamburger helper and made some biscuits. So good. And then my grandma would make tomato gravy with some she'll take the hamburger meat, turn into patties, and makes it, smother it down with some tomato gravy and some onions. Woo. And then I would take that cheese with the red around it and put it over one of them biscuits. Oh my goodness. Lord. or put it on the biscuit with the hamburger patty with the tomato gravy and the onion. Oh my goodness. And was sick as a dog later, but I ain't know why. GERD. I was eating all that stuff, y'all, and it wasn't good for GERD. And the doctors weren't even telling her what it was. They were just telling her to just let me keep eating. Wasn't even saying that it was messing up my GERD, y'all. Now that I think about it, I'm like, ooh, I was eating good. Eating so good. See. Yes, Freedom Amsterdam. I already started stocking for those relatives. I already seen 3 of my relative household food. They think I'm tripping though. LOL. Yes, honey. You know what's hard? I don't like peanut butter like that though. I don't. I don't. Never have. I understand, honey. Everybody ain't gonna like you. Ain't gonna like you. You ain't never did nothing to them. They ain't gonna like you. It just is what it is. I'll blow you a kiss in a minute and keep on moving. So I understand, honey. They have to deal with that. Never hold a grudge and never, you know, let me see. Never say you hate someone and never hold a grudge. I've never been the type to hold a grudge against anyone because I just like that ain't my place. Who am I? Who am I? To do that. So, honey, people ain't gonna like you. They gonna watch you and they want to know what you're doing and all that. But they ain't gotta like you. They ain't gotta like you, honey. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on doing you. Cause you living and breathing and walking on earth just like them. Ain't nobody no better than nobody else. At all. See. They're not gonna see. Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. King Vitamin, yes, ma'am. Looking like the Burger King man. Woo. But y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I enjoyed talking to y'all. Make sure y'all prep, do what you gotta do, and I will see y'all in the next one. Thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks for your support. I really, 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 really appreciate it. So can definitely relate to you, MGL, born and raised in Mississippi. Hey, as well. Love your energy. You keep it real. Thank you so much, my fellow Mississippian 601 in the house. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So thank y'all all for y'all support. And I'll see y'all in the next one if it's God's will, okay? Till next time. Bye.